The most interesting facts about the Komodo dragon. The Komodo dragon is the largest lizard living on Earth today. It grows up to 3 meters in length and weighs 70 kilograms or more. While it may look like miniature versions of fictional dragons, seen in movies, this living fossil does not fly or breathe fire. However, he does have some scary traits, including poisonous fangs, speed, and tough skin. Komodo monitor lizards are originally from Australia, although the Komodo monitor lizard is known for living on the Indonesian island of Komodo and nearby islands. It was first discovered in Australia. According to fossil records, Komodo dragons migrated from their home island to Indonesia about 900,000 years ago when they arrived on Flores Island. As researchers noted in a 2009 study, Komodo dragons may have disappeared from Australia around 50,000 years ago, and that extinction roughly coincided with the arrival of humans on the continent. For a long time, it was believed that the cause of the deadly bite of a Komodo dragon was the amount of bacteria in the mouth. Carrion beasts constantly feed on rotting flesh that will infect and kill any prey. In 2009, Brian Fry, a poison researcher at the University of Melbourne in Australia, determined that the Komodo dragon is one of the few venomous lizards on the planet. Unlike a snake, which injects venom into its prey through its sharp fangs, the Komodo dragon's venom seeps into the large wounds it inflicts on its prey. An animal can escape the monitor's grip, but it will not escape the lethal poison. The Komodo dragon follows its dying prey with its keen sense of smell. Komodo dragons are massive animals, and they can kill large animals such as wild boars, deer, and Asiatic buffaloes. When now extinct pygmy elephants roamed the islands in the Pleistocene, fossils show they may have killed them too. To catch their prey, these reptiles use an ambush strategy. Often able to blend in with the bleak surroundings of their home island, they lie in wait for an unsuspecting animal that passes by, then charge into battle with a venomous bite. The appearance of the Komodo dragon is made up of thousands of tiny bones under the skin. These bony deposits are called osteoderms, and they are not born with them. Rather, the deposits develop over the life of a Komodo dragon, like the growth rings of a tree. Being tertiary predators, you wouldn't think giant lizards would need such built-in armor for protection. The truth is that Komodo monitor lizards attack and kill anyone they come across, including members of their own species. They have skin made from bone deposits to protect them from each other. The scientists found changes affecting the mitochondria, which are the steam engines of the cell. Like the digestive tract, mitochondria absorb nutrients and provide the cell with energy. This is doubly important for muscle cells, which are abundant in Komodo dragons. It also explains what is behind these creatures' unexpected bursts of speed and stamina. The Komodo dragon can run at a speed of 21 kilometers per hour in an all-out sprint. The Komodo dragon's appetite is in line with its size. These lizards are able to eat up to 80% of their own body weight at a time. Large meals and slow digestion encourage Komodo dragons to rest in the sun after eating. Heat helps support the digestion process. After digestion, they regurgitate what is known as a stomach bolus. The stomach lumps contain horns, hair, teeth, and other prey particles that cannot be digested. Because their metabolism is quite slow and they can put on so much weight in one sitting, Komodo dragons can survive on just one meal a month. Komodo dragons do not always hunt for their food. Instead, they eat a lot of carrion. Their nose can detect a carcass at a distance of 10 kilometers. Unfortunately for people living among monitor lizards, this means that they pose a threat to recently buried people. Because of their penchant for grave robbing, the people of Komodo stopped burying their dead in sandy soil and now bury them exclusively in clay soil. They often add a pile of stones to the top of the burial for full measure. In 2006, researchers confirmed that female Komodo dragons can reproduce asexually through a process called parthenogenesis. When males are not present, females can still lay a viable clutch of eggs. Solitary female Komodo dragons from 2 London zoos provided eggs for genetic analysis, which found no evidence of male insemination. In reality, female monitor lizards played the roles of both mother and father at conception. Although parthenogenesis occurs in about 70 species worldwide, this was the first time it had been confirmed in Komodo monitors. Sometimes, usually when food is scarce, Komodo dragons feed on the young of their own species. It is for this reason that young Komodo monitor lizards spend a lot of time in trees. They have claws for this, but over time they become too heavy for climbing. According to the Smithsonian National Zoo, young Komodo monitor lizards also often roll around in feces, suggesting that large monitor lizards are programmed to avoid the smell. Cubs are reported to make up 10% of the diet of adult Komodo dragons. Komodo dragons have 60 teeth, which is the maximum number of teeth a reptile can have. Their not too pearly white teeth are regularly compared to shark teeth as they are very sharp and have a unique serrated morphology that helps them cut through flesh. These teeth also play a key role in the lizard's ability to poison their prey. Now, if you've ever seen a Komodo dragon with its big, scary gaping mouth, you might be wondering, where exactly are those proverbial teeth? In fact, their gums are so thick that they give the impression of being toothless. Don't be fooled, Komodo dragons can kill just about any animal with a single bite. Komodo monitor lizards are endangered since their discovery in Australia 4 million years ago. Wild Komodo monitor lizards have disappeared from all but a few isolated islands: Komodo, Rincha, Gili Motong, Gili Dasami, and Flores. Fewer than 1,400 adults are thought to live in the wild today. The good news is that Komodo monitor lizards living outside of Flores, in Komodo National Park, are protected and do not currently face any major threats. Komodo dragons will eat anyone who has or has ever had a heartbeat, including humans. They have been known to dig up the dead from graves and even bite living people. Between 1974 and 2012, Komodo dragons attacked 24 people, 5 of them died. Monitor lizards are excellent swimmers and can travel considerable distances, swimming to neighboring islands. In the wild, Komodo dragons live for about 50 years, and in captivity they rarely live to 25. The ritual fights of male monitor lizards during the mating season are somewhat reminiscent of the fights of sumo wrestlers. Huge lizards stand on their hind legs, and wrap their front legs around an opponent and try to knock him to the ground. The habitat of monitor lizards are areas with a warm climate. Therefore, it is most likely to find this lizard within the tropical climate zone. The color is varied. Most often these are shades of green, yellow and dark colors. Also on the scales, sometimes there are spots and stripes. Veranove can be recognized by a long, deeply forked tongue, an elongated body, an elongated neck, and a semi-straightened position of the limbs. Comparatively large eyes with a round pupil are located in guanas on the sides of the head, well developed and protected by thick separate eyelids with movable eyelids. Monitor lizards have large ear openings that are always open. From other lizards, monitor lizards differ in a completely ossified skull. The extremely mobile tongue of monitor lizards retracts like snakes. Their strong tail, as a rule, only slightly exceeds the length of the head with the body. Semi-aquatic species of monitor lizards, when swimming, use the tail as the main organ of movement, and their tail is strongly compressed from the sides, has a keel in the upper part. The tail of arboreal species can be prehensile. Monitor lizards can also use their tail as a defense tool, like a whip, inflicting strong blows with their tail. Among monitor lizards, there are species whose diet consists almost entirely of juicy fruits. These are 3 closely related species of monitor lizards. They live on different islands of the Philippine archipelago and feed mainly on pandanus fruits. In a number of countries, monitor lizard meat and eggs are eaten by the local population. In these countries, monitor lizards are intensively exterminated by humans. Tree ants feed on South Asian tree lizards. The mating season for monitor lizards begins with the advent of spring. The female lays eggs in an amount of 15 to 20 pieces. She does not incubate eggs, because this is not necessary. A warm climate contributes to the proper development of offspring without her intervention. However, even after the birth of babies, the mother does not take part in their upbringing properly. Monitor lizards feel confident in their environment. They have practically no enemies, but young individuals still remain vulnerable. Often they are eaten by larger monitor lizards. Due to the absence of serious enemies, the monitor lizard can live up to 50 years in its natural environment. The pygmy monitor lizard is predominantly herbivorous. The skin of large monitor lizards is used in the haberdashery industry for the manufacture of footwear and clothing, various accessories. There are a lot of large and poisonous monitor lizards and their small species, the size of which does not exceed 1 meter. There are 20 species of pygmy monitor lizards, allocated in the subgenus Odotria. They live in Australia, and on several nearby islands. The smallest species of them is the short-tailed monitor lizard. Its length is only 28 centimeters. After eating, the belly of the monitor lizard greatly increases in size, but in case of danger they can empty the stomach so that it is easier for them to escape from the enemy. The largest wild specimen weighed 166 kilograms and was 3.13 meters long. Volcanic activity, earthquakes, habitat loss, fires, reduced food supply due to poaching, tourism, and illegal trapping of monitor lizards have resulted in these animals being classified as vulnerable. Dear friends, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you all.